So I know how this is different than basically my whole channel, which consisted of Tato covers, and mostly Tato covers because I love Tato. But I wanted to make this video because 1, I want clout, and 2, I want clout. I'm sorry if my grammar or how I speak in this video is kind of awkward. I'm doing this all in one session, so I don't have a script to go off of, so I'm trying my best here. Despite this being a video mainly about how I discovered Vocaloid, I will also talk about how I also stumbled upon Utaru, which if you didn't know by looking at my channel, it's basically a free version of Vocaloid. The differences between the two programs are Utaru is an open source program which is way easier to use in my opinion. Why did I say that weird? Which is why I only used Vocaloid one time before I decided, hey wait, Vocaloid is trash to use. How about we use a easier program to understand? Well, one time on this channel anyway, I used it multiple times on my first YouTube channel, which I still have access to, but I'd rather not use that since it just feels so weird to use something that abandoned like a while ago or something. I really don't know. But time to get into the subject of this video, which is a lot. Let's first start on how I discovered Vocaloid, mainly Hatsune Miku. So, when I was 13 or something, I didn't really like music because it all just felt like sound, just white noise. So I never understood at that point on why people like music. It just all felt like a waste of time at the time. But then I discovered her, but I didn't know who she was, so it wasn't like a discovery or anything like that. I thought she was like a real person for some reason, which is kind of funny because during when I found her, that was when her CV bank was still being used by most people, but the cover that I was listening to with Tato awakened something in me. It was a Kiku song, I'm sorry, which is kind of ironic if you think about it, because during that time I wanted to make an anime, and I sketched a few characters for that shitty thing, which if I put it in action to make it, instead of stealing art from other people and just using Key Master to make a shitty slideshow scene, it would have probably looked like this. I'm glad I never put any effort into trying to make an actual scene. But yeah, I wanted more music, like Kiku songs, but then more music, like his songs started to show up in my timeline, but they weren't like Vocaloid, Sif V, or Utaru songs. They were just upbeat anime-like songs, which drove me deeper into the rabbit hole. I started to listen to Nightcore and then made shitty gacha live videos with Nightcore, and then finally after months I discovered another Miku song, but again Miku did not sing it, as it was a cover again, this time by Jubi. It was Sand Planet, and I loved it so much that I put it in my playlist. During the time that I listened to the first Tato cover, I did have a playlist, but then after I discovered Jubi's cover of Sand Planet, I had a playlist, I think, and then it started. I finally found her. I finally discovered her. And after like a few years of listening to Hatsune Miku, I discovered Utaru again. I discovered Tato again. I knew what she was this time. It was actually more like weeks now that I think of it. My brother then got me Project Diva. I played the shit out of it, and then during like 2020 I had to get a PC so I can be homeschooled, and during this time I started to urge having Utaru or any program of the sort, so I downloaded Utaru and thought Tato was the default voice or something. I don't know, I was stupid at the time, so I made Utaru original but just with Dufuku screaming. I didn't know how to make wave files, so what I did was just record on my phone, which made the focus sound worse. Oh, but I was happy. And then after a year, I started to make covers.